Title: The Tale of the Persevering Penguin. Once upon a time, in the frosty realm of Antarctica, there lived a penguin named Pete. Pete wasn't your ordinary penguin. He had a dream to fly. Now, we all know penguins can't fly, but Pete was determined to defy the laws of nature. Each day, Pete would waddle to the edge of the icy cliff, flap his flippers with all his might, and leap into the air, only to land with a comical splat back onto the frozen ground. But did he give up? No way. Pete was as stubborn as a snowstorm. One day, as Pete was practicing his flight routine, a group of seagulls soared overhead, laughing at his futile attempts. "What are you doing, Pete?" they squawked. "Penguins can't fly." Pete looked up at the mockingbirds, undeterred. "Maybe not today," he replied, "but someday I will." Determined to prove everyone wrong, Pete enlisted the help of his penguin pals. Together, they constructed a makeshift catapult out of ice blocks and seaweed. With a deep breath and a twinkle in his eye, Pete climbed onto the catapult and braced himself for launch. As his friends counted down, Pete closed his eyes, envisioning himself soaring through the sky like a majestic albatross. And then, with a mighty heave, he was airborne. For a brief moment, Pete felt the rush of the wind beneath his wings. But alas, gravity had other plans, and he plummeted back to Earth with a resounding thud. However, as Pete picked himself up from the snow, he noticed something different. The other penguins weren't laughing anymore. Instead, they were cheering him on, inspired by his determination and resilience. With newfound determination, Pete continued to practice his flying skills day in and day out. And though he never did manage to take to the skies like he had hoped, he discovered something even more valuable along the way: the power of perseverance. From that day forward, whenever someone told Pete he couldn't do something, he simply replied with a grin, "Just you wait and see." And who knows, maybe one day, pigs will fly, or in Pete's case, penguins. But until then, he'll keep dreaming and flapping his flippers, because after all, it's the journey that truly matters.